First initiative, the Comrades Marathon Association will once again host its Underprivileged Runners Project over the Comrades Weekend. The CMA decided to, the initiative, a program whereby runners could apply to be housed and nourished prior to and after participating in the race. This saw the start of the CMA's Underprivileged Runners program, which was launched over a decade ago. Joining us from our Durban studios is Thami Vilakazi from Comrades Marathon Association. Thami, welcome once again to Sports and Prime on SABC News Channel. It's always a pleasure having you, and I always enjoy chatting Comrades Marathon. It is a nice one, close to my heart.
Thank you very much, Tabiso.
Okay, Thami, when in Zulu City, the Comrades Marathon is one of those when you speak of the history behind it, and this particular initiative helping underprivileged runners is one of those that will forever stay as, one of the greatest initiatives of the Comrades race. Basically, that's what it is.
Tabiso, as you have said, this is one of our Runners First initiatives. It is actually in line with our vision, that of retaining our position as the most inclusive sporting event in South Africa. So we decided that we needed to be as inclusive as possible and allow runners that are not able to afford their own accommodation and transport to come and participate in the Comrades Marathon. So this is how this project was born. I mean, just recently, in fact, over the years after we have a chat with you and the Comrades Marathon Association, we get inundated with, emails and calls, people wanting to know, how do they get onto projects such as these? People, some runners saying, look, I don't have shoes, I don't have sneakers, what do I do? It goes a long way in, as you said, putting this race amongst the best and the greatest in the world, because as much as it's the toughest to run, it's always the one that people want to be, participate in. Absolutely. Tabiso, for some of our runners, the greatest struggle for them is getting to the start of the Comrades Marathon, which is why we have projects like this one here, where we organize and house these runners, and we feed them, we transport them to the start, we transport them back from the finish venue, and just to make sure that they also share in the camaraderie that is associated with this event. And we are very pleased that our sponsors and our partners come on board and they partner with us and make it a point that we make this happen, and we get these runners to the start and through the finish line.
Just give us a bit of a number. I mean, we know every year we speak about the Comrades Marathon, 12,500 entrants. You get over 20,000 people wanting to run, but you have to whittle it down. The numbers of underprivileged runners, if I can put it that way, I think they're privileged enough to be able to even make it to Comrades, but the numbers of those athletes who actually need this kind of help, just give us the numbers.
We always work on a number of 800 runners, whether it's up or down. We get 800 runners that we house. We buy mattresses for these runners, we buy blankets, we get food that is cooked by the ladies from one of our charity organizations in Pietermaritzburg, the Community Chest of Pietermaritzburg. And we get some of our sponsors, as I have said, and our partners who join hands with us in order to make this a possibility. So it's always 800 runners that we cater for. And I'm sure with the socio-economic conditions of our country being what they are today, you might find that there are more runners who can benefit in such projects.
And I think more so as well, knowing the camaraderie around the Comrades, even the families around the routes, whether Pietermaritzburg and Durban, some households even do volunteer their homes for that weekend for those runners.
Yes, we have heard of stories of spectators who offer accommodation for free for runners who are unable to pay for the accommodation. And this is just part of the camaraderie that comes along with the Comrades Marathon. Everyone is just so happy to be involved with Comrades Marathon, and we as Comrades Marathon, we really appreciate what these spectators and everyone else is showing to these runners in order to make sure that they are part of this spectacular event every year.
107 days to Comrades. 4th of June is when it's at. Hard working day and night, sleepless nights, making sure that the T's are crossed and the I's dotted, aren't you?
Well, yes, we are currently busy with our race organizing committee meetings so that we just make sure that everything goes as smoothly as possible and that we deliver yet another spectacular event come the 4th of June.
Take us through that. You know, I would like to run, but apparently I've missed my cut-off training date. It is 100 days. Some could say I can still make it, but trust me, I don't think I can. My left knee is killing me. But for some of those athletes who still want to run, is there still time?
Absolutely, there is still time, and just to be able to help our runners, we are actually on a roadshow program as we speak. Tonight we are in Cape Town, trying to make sure that our runners are fully prepared and fully trained. Our Comrades coach, Lindsay Perry, is busy training our runners there. And then we also have Nikki de Villiers giving them tips on what foods and what drinks to take while they are training in preparation for race day. And then on Saturday, we will still be in Cape Town training our ladies that are going to be taking part in the Comrades Marathon, just to make sure that we give them the technical, we give them the tips for them to be able to tackle the race. We have invited a number of specialists in the field of medicine, nutrition. We've got our Comrades coach there. We've got a medical doctor, just to make sure that they are fully fit to start and as well as to finish the race. And we must thank Bonitas for sponsoring all of this and making it a possibility.
Yeah, I think we must say Thami Vilakazi, Comrades Marathon Association Marketing Manager. One of the initiatives I remember closely last year was the Green Mile by that W amputee who ran. So great initiatives all round by the sponsors. And of course, SABC 2 being the official broadcasters, we're also great to chip in. Thami Vilakazi joining us from our Durban studios, speaking all things Comrades Marathon, in particular this initiative of the Underprivileged Runners Project. And we wish him the best of luck. We'll definitely keep an eye on it. I'll be checking in every now and then to Durban and see how that's going.